are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, Stefon. Diddy is humiliating Cardi B yet again, but of course she don't care because she's a bird. Now, it has been reported that Cardi B's baby daddy, Stefon Diddy, had gotten India Love's sister pregnant. Okay? Now, it already has been reported that he's having twins with KJ, Champagne Thickums' ex, and now is being reported that he got another girl pregnant, but she did not keep the baby, and is allegedly India Love's, I think, sister, okay? Crystal. And people are now clowning Cardi B yet again. Personally, in my opinion, I think that this story is true, that he's been knocking up women all over the world. But I also think the reason why he's doing that is because he's trying to prove his sexuality. I think he's using Cardi B. I don't think he has any intentions of really being with this girl, no matter what he tells her behind the scenes. Ain't no way you sleeping with everybody, raw dogging everybody, but you love Cardi B so much. Like, in my opinion, that's kind of nasty. That you go raw with everybody. That means Cardi B ain't really that special, in my opinion. So I feel like he's using Cardi B to try to save his image because he was already exposed for R-ing a man. And I think he knows how dumb people are. Like, oh my goodness, he's coming out with Cardi B. He can't be, into men. I don't believe it. I think that he's trying to prove his sexuality by getting all these women pregnant. And then on top of that, and it's like he already had 2 or 3 children with other women, and he just got with Cardi B. Okay? So, like I said before, I think that this is a fake relationship. Cardi B is his beard. And the main reason why she's been real quiet about it is because she's embarrassed. I think that she knows that he is playing her, but she can't say nothing, because then it would be like her getting clowned again. Like, you went to off the cheat to somebody that's kind of worse. You didn't really upgrade. You thought you was in your Sierra Prayer era, okay, but you in your Krishan Rock era. Like, you only went down. And Krishan slept with Off the Cheat too. But it's like she always go down. Like, she didn't go up. Like, you didn't level up like you thought you did. Like, at least Off the Cheat wasn't getting everybody pregnant around the world. Like, Stefon Diddy has no respect for you at all. But you can't openly admit that because you'll get clowned. Now, moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. A lot of fans are calling out Megan because she just moved in with her man, Klay Thompson, okay? But some fans are saying, well, technically, allegedly, Megan's been seeing Klay Thompson for a while. They're saying that, she started seeing him in 2023. Then they broke up. She got with Torrey Craig, and then they got back together this year. So that's why she's moving kind of fast. That's what the people are saying in the streets. Do I fully believe that? No. I don't believe that she was seeing him in 2023. They broke up and then they got back together. Reason why I don't believe that, okay, is because I feel like they would have gotten caught being with each other. Just like she was with Torrey Craig, spotted out with him, spotted out with Party and Tory and all the other men. I don't believe that, she kept it under wraps, okay? Especially the way she acted now. But it does give, in my opinion, and this is no shade to Megan Thee Stallion, but this does give PR. And the reason why I think that this is PR is because if it was real, I feel like she would protect the relationship a little bit more and keep it more private. I feel like the fact that she's showing every little detail, she's trying to prove something. And also, I feel like this is being used as promotion for her new single, Lover Girl. Obviously, the song is based around him. Now, speaking about her Lover Girl era, Megan Thee Stallion's Lover Girl is aiming for a top 40 debut on Billboard's Hot 100 based on midweek forecasts. So let me know if you guys are here for her top 40 debut. Is this a bop or flop for Megan Thee Stallion? I feel like it's not a flop if she go top 40. Okay, because top 40 is, consider a hit. But I also feel like it's not going to stay in the top 40, if you guys know what I mean. I don't think that by next week, I can see it being top 80, okay, top 60. But I don't know if people are really going to be checking for this song like that. Because it's not like the song is a bop. No shade. Now, moving on from that, EJ was under the neighborhood talk, and he basically left a comment in regards to the Megan and Glow beef. He said, which is delusional because we went to the game first. And when did it become a race or a competition to be like anybody? I think that's the weirdest misconception that goes around. Okay? Now, here's my thing. I feel like Megan and her team want smoke with Glorilla, but I don't think Gorilla really wants publicly any smoke with Megan Thee Stallion. I've seen a lot of stans, Cardi B and Beyonce stans have turned against Gorilla. And she knows that if she goes up against Megan, Megan got the sympathy train behind her because she got shot. So she's always going to be looked as the victim, even when she's in the wrong. In this situation, Megan Thee Stallion's in the wrong. People are like, oh, well, Gorilla posted that quote with Tory, music playing in the background. First of all, Megan does not get to dictate what people can post. That's number one. We got to stop that. Megan cannot dictate who people can post. If they fuck with Tory's music, that's their right. That's number one. Number two, her and Gorilla are not best friends. They were co-workers. Like I said before, a lot of these female rappers do not really fuck with each other. Okay, I said that a few days ago. They only pretend a lot of times to spite Nicki Minaj. Megan only linked with Cardi after she was done with Nicki Minaj. Same thing with Scratch Off. Okay. Same thing with Flo Milli and what's the other one name? Musty Walker. No shade. She only linked with Cardi because Nicki turned her down. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of these people think, oh, you gotta pick a side and you gotta have loyalty. These girls ain't loyal. Megan will sleep with her friend's man and then act like she didn't do nothing. So I feel like people always act like Megan's in the right when she's not 70% of the time. And so I feel like Gorilla don't really want the smoke. That's why she's been liking tweets, but she won't really directly say anything. But Megan wants the smoke because she knows that the general public is going to side with her because they view her as a victim in every scenario. She was viewed as a victim when it came to Nicki Minaj, viewed as a victim when it came to her issue with the baby and her issues with Tory, her issues with Erica Banks in 1501. So she's always going to be looked at as a victim. And when you go up against the victim, you're going to lose support. Now, moving on from that, Scratch Off is trying to get a Doja Cat collaboration. She's been trying to get one for years. I previously discussed this. But she thinks she's able to get one now because Doja Cat is not topping the charts like she used to. Remember, there was a time where Doja Cat, she was getting top 10s, top 5s. She was selling at least 80, 70,000 first week. She did 100K with Planet Her. Those days are over. Okay, and because she only did 57,000 first week and none of her songs from the V album are hits, Scratch Off thinks she has a better chance of getting a collaboration. Now, Off the Cheat humiliates Cardi B. He dropped a song called No Sweat, and he said, you a fool if you think I'm hurt. You ain't happy. I know how it work. You married and still giving birth. Get some help, B-word. You going berserk, okay? So, damn. She getting cheated on by Stefon Diddy and dissed by her ex on records. Wow. Now, Cardi B also got to pay Off the Cheat's tax debt. It has grown to $2.3 million, which he owes the IRS. And he's going through a divorce with Cardi B. And even though this is his tax debt, Cardi B did reveal, if you guys remember, that Off the Cheat is not signing no divorce papers until she coughed up the coin. Let's take a listen.
Let me tell you something. I did things the correct way the first time. I fell in love. I got 2 rings in my finger. I lasted 7 years. 7 years that I didn't have to last with somebody with. I lasted 7 years in a marriage. Stop saying, "Oh, but you're still married." No, I'm legally separated. The only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for the taxes. Y'all want to know the tea? The only way I could get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that. This is not no love. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop living my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wanna hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it.
Now, Cardi B also responded to a fan that called her out for her botched BBL and being pregnant. A fan said, "Can we please tell her the truth?" She responded and said, "You don't gotta tell me the truth. I gained 27 pounds, third trimester, hips and ass spreaded. Should I wear sweats all day till I give birth? Y'all do this every time I'm preggy. When I snatch back is OMG, you look great, blah, blah, blah. Let me eat cake in peace. OMG, you look great. No, you still look botched when you're not pregnant." So I don't know what she talking about. She also responded to a fan that said, "When you snatch back, you mean when your doctor does the work and you lie and say you lost the weight in the gym?" Oh my goodness, that wasn't funny. Y'all need to stop laughing. Now, Cardi B said, "I haven't had surgery in 2 years." Girl, stop. We do not believe that. Not even after my daughter. I literally showed y'all what I was doing every day. I had Blossom. You can't even get surgery after you give birth for 6 months. Like, be for real. Just because legally you can't get surgery after 6 months, that doesn't mean you probably haven't visited a few basements to get the shots and the fillers, okay? So, in my opinion, I think a lot of surgeons will bend the rules for celebrities. Let's be very clear. They will bend the rules for celebrities. And I do believe Cardi B will go to the basement to get some sort of surgery or go overseas. Doesn't she go to Colombia anyway? I don't believe that it's been 2 years, maybe 2 months, okay? Maybe, since she got pregnant this year, but I don't believe it's been 2 years, okay? Because your face has changed from 2 years ago to what it is now anyway. So I ain't believing that. Now, is Gorilla sneak dissing? She tweeted "mad as F, ha ha," with a bunch of laughing emojis, okay? So a lot of people weren't happy about this. I think Gorilla talking about the fans being mad at F, okay? Because she probably talking about the tweets that she's seeing on social media. There's a lot of fan bases that have turned on Gorilla. Megan Thee Stallion fans, some Cardi B fans, and then I did see like some of the Beehive turn on Gorilla too. Now, moving on from that, Champagne Thickums and Aiden Ross and Steak are reportedly facing another class action lawsuit, this time from residents of New Mexico. The new filing alleges that Steak is running an illegal operation disguised as a social casino. It claims Champagne Thickums and Aiden Ross are paid millions of dollars yearly to live stream their bets on the platform, attracting a younger and more impressionable audience. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, it also has been reported that Champagne Thickums' legal team has formally launched an appeal for the court ruling that dismissed his defamation lawsuit against UMG over Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us." In the new filing, his team formally stated their intent to appeal, but didn't yet include detailed arguments. Those will come later when both sides present their briefs to the appeals court. They're seeking to overturn the judge's ruling that Kendrick Lamar's lyrics were not defamatory, but hyperbole within a rap battle context. A rap from Champagne Thickums told Billboard, "This confirms our intent to appeal. And we look forward to the Court of Appeals reviewing the filing in the coming weeks. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, speaking of rap and rap battles, despite Megan going top 40 next week with her song Lover Girl, a lot of people have been saying that rap right now is in a drought and that is currently dying. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Do you guys believe that it's dying or not? Here's my thing. Hip hop been dead. A lot of people want to blame, Kendrick and the Champagne Thickums beef, saying, oh, rap is not the same because a lot of these rappers not collaborating with each other like that, and that's because of the Champagne Thickums and Kendrick beef. Y'all are delusional. It died in 2017, okay? When y'all propped up, no shade, I'm not blaming Cardi B, but when y'all propped up certain artists to replace the greats, okay? I feel like that started happening around 2015 to 2017, where, the Nickies were getting pushed to the side and the Waynes were getting pushed to the side, and y'all propped up these artists that are not talented. And I'm not even talking about Cardi B. I'm talking about Sexy Red. I'm talking about No Spice, Koi Fish. Okay, I think Koi Fish started kind of blowing up around that time. Playboy Bottom Bussy Cardi was blowing up around that time. I feel like y'all propped up a lot of these artists that are not that talented. I mean, Tommy Richmond, he came and went. Okay, he was popping last year, flopping this year. Same thing with No Spice. So y'all prop up these artists, and a lot of them don't have the longevity to keep rap going. The greats that have the longevity to keep rap going, they're in their 40s. They ain't going to be doing this forever. I mean, come on. You got Nicki, Champagne Thickums, who's about to be 40. Kendrick, I think Kendrick's like 37, 38. J. Cole almost there to 40. They're not going to be rapping forever. J. Cole on his last album. Okay, The Fall Off. That's his last album, according to him. So, in my opinion, y'all push out the greats. Y'all drag Champagne Thickums. Y'all drag Nicki. Y'all drag J. Cole and Wayne and prompt up these artists that can't replace the greats, can't replace the GOATs, and y'all think hip-hop gonna last forever? How is that possible? Half of these new artists don't even write their own raps. If we being really clear, if we really keeping it 100, and I feel like the only, rappers that are really talented, that are, keeping hip hop alive from the new generation is D0JA, Gorilla, and Gunna, in my opinion. If we talking about just strictly hip hop, I feel like those three mostly that constantly put out good music. Everybody else, trash. Okay, so, I blame the general public. I blame these executives, but y'all talking about, it was because of Kendrick. Like, how? When Kendrick been in the game for 20 years? Like, it just doesn't make sense. He's been in the game since 2010, 2009. Okay, like, come on now, stop. It died because y'all prop up these untalented artists and try to push out the greats. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon on Nicki, Taylor, Selena, and Haley's beef, an issue behind the scenes. Link will be description, and I hope you guys have a great day.